Happy Feel Good Friday to all of my friends. Hello, Margaret. Hi, Miss Brandy. Hi, Pat. How are you? Julie is here. A sneeze is also here. Hold on. Maybe it'll pass. Just coming for me as I was talking. I could feel it building. Hopefully it'll stay away. I don't need any sneezes here. Hi, Tanya. Bonnie is here. My Marys are here. Hi, Verna. How are you? Miss Sandy. It's so good to see everybody. Cheryl was first today. Hey, Hazel. Oh my goodness. Well, now I'm gonna be sniffly because I fought that back. My apologies for that. But happy Friday to you nonetheless. You guys, it's Feel Good Friday and it's free gift Feel Good Friday, which is extra special. I got lots of stuff going on today. So here's how it goes. All right. So just so you know, anybody who buys 3 kits or more today through Sunday at midnight, okay, and that's Eastern time, I may let that go until Pacific time because that only makes sense and that's only fair. But from now through Sunday night, you guys, anybody who buys 3 kits or more, and they have to be kits, not finished pieces of jewelry. We'll talk about that part in a minute. But anybody who buys 3 kits or more gets a free strand of beads. So just my little gift to you and my little thank you for shopping with me. Always appreciate all of you. So that is going on starting today. So just in case you haven't made your purchase yet, or in case you have made your purchase and you ordered more than 3 kits, guess what? You're getting a free strand of beads. So that is extra fun. Also want to let you guys know that I'm doing another little showcase tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time right here. I did one last month. I'm going to do another one this month. And it is a showcase of finished pieces of jewelry that you guys can purchase. I'm going to show them all off. They're actually already in the shop. They've been in the shop, and a lot of them have actually sold out since I listed them. But I do have a handful of them to go through tonight, just like we did last month. And there will be a special coupon code for those of you who shop on finished pieces tonight. So keep that in mind as well. Also want to let you guys know that Hardwired is open for enrollment right now. We're at the end of the month. I can't believe we are already at the end of the month. Like, September just kind of flew by. I don't really remember the beginning of September. All I know is that we're here at the end, and October is literally next week, which is totally crazy to me. It feels like we should still be in August, and I think it's probably because the temperature still hasn't quite come down yet. But yeah, so here we are. It is officially fall, and we're at the end of the month, which means Hardwired is open for enrollment. So for those of you who are interested in becoming a Hardwired member, you can do that right now. We open for enrollment at the end of every month. And to become a member, you just head on over to our Facebook group and apply to be a member. Now, here's the thing. If you apply, you have to answer the questions. Not just the yes, I agree to the rules questions. You have to answer all of the questions, okay? Because if you don't, we can't set you up with invoicing. So if you would like to be a Hardwired member, please head over to the group and answer all of the questions that are there, because we're not going to chase you down. My team's got a lot of other things going on. So just make sure that you do your part so we can let you in and get you started. If you are curious as to what it is that we do in Hardwired, that is my paid learning community where we do upper level beginner to intermediate style projects. We focus a lot on wire weaving, but we do other things as well, like looming and seed bead projects. And upper level stringing projects and things like that. But I teach it in a way that makes it accessible to everybody who has already mastered their basic skills. So if you are comfortable with your stringing and crimping, your simple loops and your wrapped loops, I mean, you know, comfortable, but maybe not. Maybe simple loops, y'all. I don't think any of us ever feel super confident about those. But if you're feeling good about those things and you're ready to up your technique game, then come on over to Hardwired. We would love to have you. Let me show you what our project for this week was, just so that you can get kind of an idea. Don't be intimidated. It is not nearly as hard as you think it is. This is what we made this week. This was our weekly project. So if you're looking to do some things like this or some other fantastic projects where we focus on more advanced techniques than what we do here in our regular lives, then come on over. We would love to have you. Patreon is open for enrollment anytime you would like to be a Patreon member. So you don't have to wait for open enrollment for that. So you can come anytime you want to, and you can be any kind of user. You don't even have to use social media at all if you don't want to be a Patreon member. It lives within Patreon itself. Just a couple of quick clicks will get you access to Patreon, where you will get at least 3 additional projects from me a month. Those are exclusive to Patreon members only. You will not see those on YouTube or Facebook. They live within Patreon. You might see pictures of the finished pieces, and I probably will be selling at least one of the pieces that I made this month in the showcase tonight. But you will not see those projects, like the how-tos or anything like that, anywhere else. Those are private, just for Patreon members only. And it's only $10 a month. We'd love to have you there. That community is growing with leaps and bounds. And Patreon has got some new features that are added to it that I'm thinking about using in the future. I'll keep you posted, because there's ways that you can like host classes and do lives and things through Patreon as well. So I may be kind of dipping my toes in some of those new features in the near future. So, all right, now let's get into all of the other things. Oh, also want to remind you, I'll be live at 4 p.m. Eastern on artbeads.com. Always forget about that part, but I'll be there too this afternoon. So you have the opportunity to see me 3 times today if you would like to. I mean, I don't know why you would want to, but you can. Come on over. It's a party. All right. So, oh my goodness. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. Catch my breath and let's get into Feel Good Friday. Feel Good Friday. Yay. Is also, as I mentioned, free gift Friday. So everybody who buys 3 kits or more today is going to get, or today through the weekend, if you purchase 3 or more kits, you will receive a free strand of beads with your order. What was I gonna? I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, and it just left me. So we'll skip over whatever that was, and we'll get right into it. It's my very favorite day of the week, where we focus on fun and easy instant gratification jewelry. Everything you see in today's show is available for purchase as a kit in my Etsy shop. My team is here in the comment section dropping links to all of those to make it really easy for you to shop, or you could just head over to my Etsy shop anytime you want to, and you can get kits from today as well as kits from previous Feel Good Friday shows, and finished pieces of jewelry from myself and from my kiddo. She has her own little section in the shop. Let's see. Well, I mean, it's just a regular. Everything you see, you can purchase as a kit. We don't do anything hard here on Feel Good Fridays, right? We focus on our basic skills. So basic stringing, knotting, crimping, and wire skills. That's all you need to get beautiful pieces of jewelry put together here on our Feel Good Friday show. Now, I've got a lot of stringing in today's show, so it's probably going to run overtime. And I apologize in advance for that, but I also appreciate all of you who stick around to see everything. So I've got it's not a maker mix. It's an earrings party. I've got an earrings party for you guys. I have 3 bracelets, 3 pairs of earrings, and a necklace. The show is loaded. Let's get to it. Let's get right into it. Oh gosh. Whoops. Hold on. Let me turn the camera back on. It's helpful if you can see what's going on, right? Oh my goodness. All right. So starting out with our earrings party this week. And if you are not familiar with our earrings parties are like maker mixes, except that everything you see here is in a pair. So it's all even numbers, which allows you to create at least 6 pairs of earrings or more, depending on how it is that you put these together. I love this one. So this one has a couple of enamel charms in it. So there are some little pumpkins. There are some leaves. There are some lucite leaves in here as well. And then the rest of this is gorgeous check glass. There's cat eye beads. There are little stars in here, lots of drucks, some bicones. Really beautiful little earrings party mix that is in a fall little combo for you guys. I love this one. I love this one. The earrings parties have been really, really popular. I think it's because it just makes life easier. You don't have to think too hard about putting together the earrings when you know for a fact that you've got everything that you need, right? It just makes it easy to put them together. You don't have to overthink it. You know that you've got an even number, so you can make them simple. You can make them crazy. You can do whatever you want to with them, but you can make at least 6 pairs of earrings with the little earrings parties. All right, I'm going to set this to the side, and we're going to move on. Hello, Miss Gina. Debbie's here as well. Hello, Debbie. All right, moving on to the next. All right, so I don't even know where to start, you guys, because I've got so much to show you. Let's start with a really pretty, everything in today's show is pretty, just being honest with you. But let's start with just a beautiful stringing project where it is just straight stringing and the results are stunning. So this is, this one is called the Hallmark Princess Bracelet. And I hopefully, I mean that in jest, because I'm not trying to offend anybody. I love Hallmark movies. If you know anything about me, that is one thing that I am all about: the cheesy, corny Hallmark movies, particularly the holiday ones. They are my absolute favorite. And I love the ones where, and they're so predictable, but I love the ones where it's like a princess, or she's not a princess, she's a regular person, but she falls in love with a prince, and it all happens around the holidays, and you get to see these gorgeous dresses and parties, and then these amazing estates and castles that are all decorated for the holidays. Honestly, I don't watch it for the story. I watch it for the scenery and all of the decorations and all of those things. But those are my favorites. And so I thought I would put together a little bracelet here for you guys. That is an homage, if you will, to the Hallmark princess movies that I love so much, because their jewelry is always fabulous. So we're going to put together a little bracelet here. And then I also have a beautiful pair of earrings to go with this that are quite simple and lovely. So let's get it started. So we're going to start with our bead stringing wire and our wire guardian. Nicole says she watches it for the hot guys. I mean, that's a bonus, right? I mean, I'm certainly not going to complain about that part. But yeah, so all about the scenery. I guess that qualifies as scenery, doesn't it? All right. It's funny because the Hallmark movies have a formula, right? And it's always the same formula over and over again. It's like guy and girl meet, they fall in love. And it doesn't matter what the scenario is. 5 minutes from the end, there's some sort of misunderstanding, and you think the relationship is over, and then something happens at the last minute to fix it all, and they live happily ever after. And if it happens to be a winter time or Christmas one, they will kiss in the snow. And there's probably a Christmas tree nearby. All right, so we have crimped. We are going to thread on 5 seed beads. Now in this kit, you have 2 different sizes of seed beads. You have the small ones that are 11s, and then you have a little bit larger one. Okay, I don't know what size those are. I think they're 8s. But just so you know, there's only a handful of the 8s, so hold on to those. You don't want to lose them, because we're actually using them for something else here. All right, so 5 seed beads. Then we are going to do a gorgeous Swarovski bicone. Okay. Then we're going to do another seed bead. And then we're going to do 3 check glass pearls. I did get a new nail shape. Right, Heather, there's no cursing, there's no violence, there's no sex, there's nothing, there's nothing in it's just you can put it on, it's feel good. You don't have to worry that you're going to see something that you don't want to see. Like I like that. I like that. Like and listen, I'll be the first to admit I curse like a sailor. I do. I have a trucker's mouth. But that doesn't mean that I do not appreciate being able to put something on the TV that I know is family friendly. Anybody can walk in the room and I don't have to, I don't have to worry about what's going on. I don't have to worry that I'm going to see something that's going to scar me. You know what I mean? It's just good. It's just fun. All right. So 3 of the pearls, seed bead. Is that my crimp? No, what's a seed bead? It looks like my crimp bead there. Whoops. And a bicone. All right. Then we're going to do a larger seed bead. And we are going to do a crystal spacer. Okay. Then a check fire polish. This gorgeous clear AB. Then another crystal spacer. A large seed bead, okay, and then a small seed bead. So you can see where there's those larger seed beads are coming into play. Okay, then we're going to do another Swarovski crystal, seed bead, drop those down, and then 3 of the check pearls. I think so too, Gina. It's really lovely. Really, really lovely. All right. And this is just the pattern that we're going to like this. There's nothing else to it. There's no like clear center or anything like that. This is just the pattern. So small seed bead, bicone, small seed bead, drop those down. Okay. Then we're going to do large seed bead, spacer, check fire polish, spacer, large seed bead, and a small seed bead. And then a bicone, small seed bead, 3 of the pearls. It'd be helpful if you guys could see. I'm sorry. Now, don't forget, if you buy 3 kits or more today through the weekend, you will get a free strand of beads. Look how pretty. You can't tell me that doesn't look like princess jewelry. The AB crystals and the AB finish on that check fire polish. Yes, please. Ooh, so pretty. All right. Seed bead, bicone, seed bead. Drop those down. Larger seed bead, crystal spacer, fire polish. Hi, Danette. Spacer, large seed bead, oops, small seed bead, and we'll do our bicones. Okay, another 3 of the pearls. And if you like this and want the matching earrings, I'm going to show those to you next. They're just quick and easy. Would make a really lovely gift for sure. All right, seed bead, bicone. And then we finish this off with 5 more seed beads. Also a great place to adjust the length. So if you need a shorter bracelet, you can take some of those seed beads off. Look how pretty. I love it. All right, now we're going to crimp and add our hardware to the end. So there's our crimp bead, wire guardian going on.
I just heard something crash. Sounded like a cat just knocked something off into the floor somewhere. Somewhere in the house. Oh, I just cracked that seed bead. Dang! Ugh. Be careful when you're crimping not to crack your seed beads. I can't believe I can believe that I did that because it's not the first time, but gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. All right. So now we are going to add our clasp. The clasp is one of these cute little, it's a slide. It looks like a little bead. I just think that's so pretty. So it's considered a box clasp, but it's not really a box. And the box part is actually the construction of it. It's not really the shape, but you're going to add your jump rings to the ends. One on each side. Right? I'm kind of worried, Gina. I'm like, when I leave the office, what chaos am I going to find? It was already WrestleMania this morning. The cats were fussing with each other about, I don't even know what, and had knocked some stuff off in the kitchen. And I don't know, somebody's in a bad mood today, cat wise. Don't know who, but how pretty is that? That's just gorgeous, right? Simple, no extra dangles, no nothing. It doesn't need it because it is so, so pretty. Now, let me show you a quick pair of earrings that you could also grab if you wanted to have a little set. So these are the little matching earrings to go with. Also called the Hallmark Princess earrings. All right, first things first, we're going to take our bicone. We're going to drop the bicone onto a head pin, and we are going to do a wrapped loop real quick. You could do a simple loop here if you wanted to, but I'm going to do a wrapped loop. So I'm going to bend the wire over the top of the pliers. Coming in with my round nose pliers. We're going to go up and over. Rotate, take the wire over to the other side. We're going to wire wrap in that space. All right, so now we're going to trim off the excess. Wand is here. All right, then we're going to take an eye pin. We're going to open up the eye pin, thread on our little dangle. Okay, then we're going to thread on our check fire polish, our spacer, and our check glass pearl, and then do another wrapped loop. Look how pretty those are. And you could put those together differently if you wanted to. You could put the bicone on the top and not do a dangle. It's up to you. But I'm going to do a wrapped loop. Okay. And then we'll add this to the ear wire. And the ear wires are a little different than normal. Just thought they needed something a little extra. So you're just going to take that and you will thread that on, and it drops down into that little spot on the ear wire. I do recommend taking your pliers and closing this down so that this doesn't sneak out like it's doing right now. But I don't want to do that because this is going to be somebody's, go back into somebody's kit. But you've got a beautiful little set. If you are looking to channel your inner Hallmark princess, then you have a beautiful little set here, either the bracelet or the earrings or both, whichever. I think it's really pretty, and I hope that you guys also enjoy. Don't forget, 3 kits or more is going to get you a free strand of beads today through the weekend. All right, I'm going to set these to the side, and we are going to move on to something else. All right, let's move on to another bracelet. Let's put together a bracelet. It's a little different than what we just did. This one's not quite as fancy, but still really beautiful. I love this color palette. You guys know I'm obsessed with, like, oh, I didn't even take this apart. That's okay. We're gonna talk about that here in a second, but I love neutrals, particularly this time of year. Neutrals are some of my favorites. browns, creams, tans, things like that. So I wanted to put those together in a little bracelet here to show you. So I've got some beautiful melons that are, they're kind of a tan color, but they are metallic. They have a little bit of like a pink shift to them, which is beautiful. There are some little check glass pearls, check fire polish. I love these check glass beads that are lamp work. So they have that gorgeous flower in them, the little, I guess it could be a rose. It could be any kind of flower you wanted to. I think they're beautiful though. All right. I have some check glass little disc beads in a beautiful little purpley bronzy color, and then some bronze seed beads. So this one is a combo bracelet where we are going to do some stringing, but then there is also some leather involved. And for whatever reason, I didn't take the leather part apart yesterday. I'd started to as I opened the jump ring, but I'll show you how to put this little section together. This is where your clasp is going to go, where I've also added some little dangles, a couple of those little pearls, and a beautiful check glass leaf to match the little spacers or disc beads. All right, so we're going to thread on our crimp and a piece of fuzz from this beading mat that is falling apart. My mats have seen better days, you guys. All right, so we're going to go up through the wire guardian, down through the wire guardian. All right, make sure those wires are not crisscrossing inside your crimp bead. Right, she must have known the leather was coming. She has a sixth sense about those kinds of things. All right, we're going to crimp. All right, and then we're going to come in with our cutter tool. Thanks, Vonda. Appreciate that. All right, now here is our little pattern. So we are going to thread on 2 seed beads, a melon, okay, 2 seed beads, a melon, 2 seed beads, a melon. All right. We're going to do 2 seed beads, and then we're going to do 4 of the disc beads. I love the texture that these disc beads add, particularly when they are stacked up next to each other. So I'll show you here. So there's 4. Okay. Then we're going to do another 2 seed beads. Okay. Then we're going to do a check glass pearl. Two seed beads. Oops. Well, one of them came off. 2 seed beads. A melon. No, that is not right. Just kidding. Let's take all that off real quick. I forgot the most important part, and that's this gorgeous lampwork bead. Oh my gosh. Lampwork bead. There. That's what we were missing. Okay. 2 seed beads. Wanda says my fingernails are making her feel underdressed. Me too. I want a t-shirt. Like, these are not t-shirt fingernails. But I mean, here we are. So, all right. Our little pearl, 2 seed beads, then our big fire polish bead. And that marks the middle. So that's what we've got so far. Okay. We're going to repeat this pattern. So 2 seed beads, our little pearl, 2 seed beads, our lamp work, So pretty. 2 seed beads. And the disc beads all stacked up. I actually am in PJ bottoms and slippers. Don't tell anybody. That's my secret. I have on my I mean, they're technically shoes. They're Uggs, they're shoes, but I wear them everywhere around the house. So they're considered my house shoes, right? But yeah, pretty much. And I have on my sweatpants, which is kind of just like my uniform. I am always in sweatpants. It's pretty safe to assume that I either have on like some sort of crazy pajama pant that has like Santa Claus all over them in the middle of June, or sweats. So yeah, that's pretty much the uniform around here. The only thing dressy about me is my fingernails. That's okay though, right? Nobody has to know. Nobody has to know. I maybe just told everybody, but nobody has to know. Okay, that's our secret. All right, so I just repeated our pattern. Look how pretty that is. There's something about this that is just so soft and cozy and warm and just, I don't know. I think it's so, so pretty. So when we crimp this, then we're going to add in this little section with the little dangle-doos. Look at that. It's going to be so cute. So let's crimp. Ah. Sharing the wording to your question. I'm trying to read and thread this onto my crimp bead at the same time. That's not working out very well for me. The wording of your question made me giggle. Weird question. Can someone gift me a gift certificate to Sarah's Etsy shop? And you go on to say, not you guys, but it's funny because somebody give me a gift certificate too, please. I love it. So I actually have not ever done gift certificates, but I think I probably could. Let me look into that and see. I think they're just digital, you know, they're just digital items in the Etsy shop. So let me look into that for you because that's a really good question. All right, I'm going to crimp. I've never done it before. That doesn't mean that it's not possible. Surely there's a way to do it. It's Etsy. I would think that that's totally possible. All right. So there is the beaded section of this. Okay. Now, for whatever reason, I didn't, I did not leave this part to be put together on its own. I'm going to go ahead and attach it, but I will show you how to do it with another piece of leather. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's all put together, and then I'll show you what I did. It's pretty straightforward. So you can see that's where the little dangles are. Okay, so your clasp actually attaches to your loop. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of leather, okay, and you're going to fold it in half and make a little loop. And you're going to tie an overhanded knot to make your loop. Now, this is a good place if you want a longer bracelet, make a bigger loop, right? Because that's where your clasp is going to attach. So you're going to do that, make your little loop, okay? Then you're going to come over and tie another overhanded knot. And this one, it doesn't really matter how much space you put here. And you're going to take 2 of the check fire polish, or not check fire polish, the check glass little pearls onto head pins, give them wrapped loops, put them on a small jump ring. And then that jump ring is going to go between the leather here to hang there. And then you're going to do the same thing again. So you're just going to come over again, tie another overhanded knot, and then put your leaf bead onto a head pin and do a wrapped loop and jump ring it too. I don't know why I didn't take this apart. I apologize, because I normally like to take as much of it as apart as possible to show you. But then for this part right here to add your jump ring, I just kind of loosen my knot up a little bit, slide my jump ring in, close the jump ring, and then pull the knot down nice and tight. And then later I would definitely come in and add maybe a little bit of glue to that knot just to make sure that it doesn't open up on you. But I thought this was such a pretty little bracelet. It's soft. Color palette is going to go with a lot of things. It's got a little leather, so it's not super dressy. This is definitely a casual, kind of everyday bracelet that I think is really, really pretty. So there you go. All right, moving on to the next. All right, gonna switch gears again. This time we're gonna put together a bracelet that's got a little more dangle-doos and some metallics, because ooh, who doesn't love metallics? Now this is a great one that either is going to scream mermaid to you, or it's going to scream like wintertime. I think it could quite easily be either or, but you guys know I'm obsessed right now with the check glass cushion rounds. I love these beads so much. I think they're so pretty. They look like candy. I love them, and I love the metallic ones. They're so nice. So we have some clear check fire polish. We have some little seed beads in this gorgeous like green, teal green color. Also a couple of Swarovski bicones, and then the bellflowers. And you've got a total of 6 bellflowers. And I have wire wrapped those with my little spiral bead cap on them. You can wire wrap them however you want to. You don't have to do the little spiral, but I am going to do that to each one of them. Just make sure you give them a nice large loop, even if you just do a regular, they're size 11s, Wanda, don't be mad at me. They're not tiny. And you should feel bad for me, because I actually count them all out when I am making kits. I literally count them all out, which is borderline bananas if you really want to think about it. But all right, so up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, roll that loop down. So just rolling it down to the surface of the flower, and then I'm going to wire wrap. Covering Wanda's eyes. Don't look, it's okay. They'll be gone in a minute. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to trim. And if you need to tuck your little end in, I just kind of push it up flat against the bead so that it doesn't stick out. All right, now we are going to string up our beads here, okay? So let me show you how we're going to do it. Let's go ahead and get crimped. All right, down through. Oh my goodness. There we go. Down through our crimp. All right, making sure that those wires are not crisscrossing inside there. We're going to place that into the back notch of the crimper tool. We're going to give that a squeeze. We're going to turn it sideways, put it into the front notch of the crimper tool, give that a squeeze, and then we're going to trim off the excess. Hi, Jess. All right, now we are ready to string up this beautiful bracelet. All right, so this one starts out with 5 seed beads. Also a great place to adjust the length if you don't need a long bracelet. Take some of the seed beads off at the end here. That's why I always say you should string it first before you crimp. Since I already know what the pattern is, I don't mind to go ahead and crimp, but I definitely recommend stringing first and checking the length before you commit to your crimp there. All right, so now we are going to do a fire polish, a seed bead, a bellflower. And you guys know the drill. The bellflowers will sit on top of the seed beads, so the seed beads will protect the bead stringing wire from that loop. Okay. Fire polish, seed bead, flower, fire polish, seed bead, flower, and you're just going to do this until we have thread on all of the flowers. Okay. So fire polish, seed bead, flower, fire polish, seed bead, flower, last flower here. So there's the fire polish, seed bead, flower, and fire polish. Okay, so that should be all of the beautiful flowers. Okay. All right. Now we're going to change things up a little bit. So we're going to do seed bead, cushion round, okay, seed bead, bicone, seed bead, drop that down, cushion round, seed bead, bicone, seed bead, cushion round, same thing again, seed bead, bicone, seed bead, cushion round, and then you're going to finish that out with 5 seed beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop that down. And then we are going to crimp. Look how pretty. So pretty. All right. So there's our crimp. Wire Guardian. I love this color too. I really, really do. Down through the Wire Guardian. Down through the crimp. All right, I know I've said it a bunch, and I'll probably say it a bunch more, but just want to let you guys know, if you buy 3 kits or more today through the weekend, you get a free strand of beads. Also, don't forget, tonight I'm doing a showcase, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, of finished pieces of jewelry. There will also be a special coupon code available for those of you who shop tonight on the finished pieces. Even if you don't shop tonight, come hang out. It's always fun. All right, so now I'm going to add my jump rings and my hardware. So on one side, I'm going to do a jump ring and my clasp. Yes, it is right here, same place. You just come like you're coming for a regular live. It'll be at 7 p.m. And then I've got 3 jump rings here. Use as many or as few as you need for the length of your bracelet. And there you go. Gosh, that's pretty. I do love that color palette. Really, really think that's quite lovely. It could be a mermaid. It could be wintertime. It could just be because you love this color. And it's a gorgeous piece of jewelry. So there you go. So pretty. All right, moving on to the next. I've got a necklace and 2 pairs of earrings for you guys. So we are going to do the necklace first and then stick around for the 2 pairs of earrings. All right, now this is for those of you who don't mind orange. And I know orange can be kind of scary, but I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to be afraid of the orange in this one. It is beautiful Swarovski cubes in this beautiful orange. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this or not. So I know a lot of you do know that I bought enamel pendant, by the way. That's going to be our centerpiece for this. But a lot of you know I bought a bead shop. I bought the inventory. That's the way I should say it. I bought the inventory of a bead shop, and it was a bead shop here in Tennessee. And the owner of that bead shop had these Swarovski crystal cubes specifically made in UT orange. And that's what this orange is. You can't find this orange anywhere else. Whatever the color number is of Swarovski anywhere. I have the very last of the UT orange Swarovski cubes. And I think they're pretty. I'm not a UT football person, so I don't I mean, I have a pair of earrings in the shop for those of you that are a Go Vols kind of person. Sorry, I'm separating out something that I don't need here. Hold on. But they were custom made. That color is a custom orange. So if you're a UT fan, that orange is UT orange. We are using it as a fall orange, but all right. So let me I'm scooting my seed beads over. I ended up not doing bead caps in this design because I didn't have enough bead caps. So I was scooting the bead caps out of here. All right. Getting my crimp. This is also one where there are two different sizes of seed beads here, just to add a little extra texture. All right. So we are going to string up. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a loop. Okay. So we're going to take a crimp bead that I just flipped across the table with my bead string wire. Okay. And we are going to do about 21-ish seed beads, something like that. So, and it's all the small ones, the size 11. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Drop those down. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. We'll do 21 because I don't like even numbers because I'm a weirdo. All right. Then you're going to take your bead stringing wire and you're going to go back down through your crimp. So you're just making a little loop out of your seed beads. Okay. Okay. Just like that. And just like with a regular crimp, you're going to place that into your back notch of your crimper tool, still making sure the wires are not crisscrossing. And then into the front notch. And then you're going to trim off the excess. Okay. All right. Now we are going to do our little seed bead with both seed beads. So we're going to do a large seed bead and then you're going to do 6 small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a large seed bead. Okay, you're going to drop those down. You're going to do a cube. And then you're going to repeat that. So large seed bead, 6 small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a large seed bead and drop that down. And you're going to do another cube. So really this is the only pattern to this until we get to the middle. Okay. So again, large seed bead, 6 small. Large seed bead. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm not good at taking those kinds of compliments because I'm like, I feel like I'm not, but I do appreciate it. All right, large seed bead, 6 small seed beads. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The speed map is driving me crazy. 4, 5, 6. All the seed beads fall in the little holes here. Okay. Another of our cube beads. All right, now we are in the middle of this little section. So for this little middle section, we're actually going to do 9 of the little seed beads this time, just to make a little bit bigger of a section. So there's a large seed bead and then do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my goodness. 8 and 9, and then a large seed bead. All right, this is going to be the area where we're going to put our pendant, and you can go ahead and put it on there now if you want to, or you can wait and do it at the end, but you're just going to put a jump ring onto your pendant. I'm going to go ahead and put mine on right now. It's going to slide over the top of all of those seed beads. Whoops, actually, let me take the larger seed bead off because it won't go over the large seed bead. If anybody knows where to get white bead mats, like really true white, that's what I would love to have. If anybody wants to know what I want for Christmas, I need some white bead mats, please. This is as close as I can get, this cream color, but they get torn up really, really easily. I don't know why. All right, and then we're just going to repeat our pattern and make another little seed bead loop on the end. And then we're going to finish this one off with some leather. I got lots of leather today to try to make up for the fact that I'm using seed beads. I'm trying to stay on Wanda's good side. When I add leather to it, doesn't it make it better, Wanda? All right. So now, again, seed bead, the large one, and then 6 small. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, large seed bead, cube. They do get holy, and if you wash them, they get even worse. And I have to wash mine. I cannot stand a dirty bead mat. And it never fails that I will spill something where I'm drinking something, or I get little crummies on it if I'm having a snack or whatever. And you know, then it just feels dirty and gross. So I throw it in the wash, and then a cat will sleep on it and it feels dirty. So I throw it in the wash, and I think it just wears this fabric. And then if you just barely poke it with a needle or, you know, with your pliers, it comes apart. So they're not the most durable. I don't think they're made to be washed a million times, but I can't help it. I don't like a dirty bead mat. Plus the fact that my bead mats are always on camera. So I can't really have, you know, I can't have a lot of stains and stuff on mine because y'all will think that I'm just like a pig. So, which I don't think it's really a secret that I eat snacks here in the office all the time, but even still. All right. And then we're going to do, why do I'm missing one of my big seed beads. I'm missing a big one, but that's okay. I'll find one here in just a second. So we're going to do 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need a large seed bead. Let's see. I can grab one. I was missing one. Oh, just need one. All right. You have heard that you can do that. My question about that though is, does it slide around on your table? That's the biggest thing. Because otherwise I would just buy some stuff like that and just cut it into shape. But I don't want it to slide around on my table. I'm clumsy enough as it is. All right, last crimp, and then we're going to do 20 seed beads. We'll probably have, or 21, we'll have some left over. But as clumsy as I am, I don't need a bead mat that's going to slide off the table. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have a couple of leftovers, which is a good thing, because if you lose your seed beads, you've always got leftovers. Okay. So now, same thing as before. You're taking your bead stringing wire back down through your crimp. Okay. To make your loop, put that into the back notch of your crimper tool. Just be careful. Don't crimp your seed beads. Front notch, give that a squeeze, trim off the excess. All right, and then you're just going to add some leather for your length. And let me show you how it is that I have put that together for you. So the leather is going to attach to your loops here. So for the ones that I made, why did I not? Okay, it's because I'm going to do one of them with you. And I should have, oh, look, another seed bead. I should have put this on when we were, but I didn't. So this will be an interesting conversation. Okay. Won't be conversation will be fine. It'll be the showing of this necklace is going to be a little weird, but I'll just add a jump ring to it. So I took my leather just like this. Okay. And then I went through my loop and then folded it over. Okay. And I didn't fold it over at the middle. I just kind of folded it over about 1 inch, 2 inches from the end. Okay. Just like so. Now you can tie an overhanded knot here. That's actually what I do at the top, but in your kit, you have some pieces of wire. Okay. And so you have options. You can either tie a knot or you can wire wrap. So I'm going to show you the wire wrap. You're just literally taking the wire and wrapping it around the leather. And it doesn't have to be a bunch. I would say 3 wraps is really all you're going to need. Anything more than that is just decorative. Okay. And to finish it off, you can just cut it and tuck it close. I like to wrap around the single little piece of leather here and then trim that off. And then over here on this side where the loop is, I'll do the same thing. So I'll just take it around one of the pieces or one of the sides of the loop. Just kind of pull that down. And then when I trim it, I try to trim it towards the inside so that I don't have to worry that that's going to get caught on anything. The leather is kind of protecting that cut end of the wire. Okay. So you've got a loop. You can do the same thing on the other side, or as I mentioned, you can tie an overhanded knot at the ends. Since I didn't think to thread this one on as I was beading, I'm going to put a jump ring here. You don't put a jump ring here, but I'm doing it just so that I can show you what this is going to look like at the end on the bust. Otherwise, this is not going to be able to hang. So just know that this is just an improvisation here because these two should go together without a jump ring. Okay, then on the back, you can either use some more of the wire, okay, and you can do that again. So you can take your jump ring and fold it over, or you can tie an overhanded knot and stick your jump ring through your loop. So take the other end and you're going to fold it over and tie an overhanded knot on this end. I always use my pliers to grab the loop because my fingers usually get in the way. Pull that like that. You can trim your end and then add your hardware. But you can do either or. You've got enough wire in your kit to wire wrap all the ends, or you can just tie knots on both ends. You don't have to do any of the wire wrapping at all. Just save the wire for something else. But I wanted you to have some options there because not everybody likes the wire on the wire on the leather. Some people prefer the knots. So you can do either or. But that is the necklace, which I think is super cute. I love it. And I love the addition of the leather to this. I think the darkness of the leather really makes all of this here in the front pop. So, all right, 2 more quick kits to show you, and they are super, super quick. Okay. All right, I'm going to set this to the side. We'll show you what it looks like on the bust here in just a second. I've got 2 pairs of pumpkin earrings. Quick and easy. So the first one are enamel with some check glass. All right, so we're going to take our eye pin. We're going to open that up, thread our charm on, close that back. All right, we're going to thread on a check bellflower. We're going to thread on a crystal spacer, a bellflower going the opposite direction, and a little green Swarovski bicone. Drop that down. We're going to do a wraps loop and add our ear wire. These are quick and easy, but they're so, so cute. All right, so up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then you're going to wire wrap and trim off the excess and add your ear wire. These are quick and easy. Super, super cute. So these are in gold. The next little pair of pumpkins are in silver. So if you're not a gold girly, that's okay. So there are the gold ones. I love those. The green and the orange together are perfect. All right. The other ones are in silver, and they are little metallic pumpkins with a little Swarovski crystal. Okay. So on these, quick and easy, you're going to do a bead cap, and you're going to do your little pumpkin, another little bead cap, and a bicone. And then you're just going to do a wraps loop and add your ear wire. Quick and easy, but so, so cute. I love these for the holidays. The little pumpkins. I have several different variations of the little pumpkin earrings. I love them. They're so easy to put on and feel festive without like being crazy wild with your jewelry, which you guys know I'm always crazy wild with my jewelry. But if I'm trying to be a little understated, my little pumpkins and the little Christmas trees and all those things, I love those very, very much. And these are no exception to that. I think they're super cute. And I love the metallic little pumpkin beads. They are check glass, by the way. Super cute. They just have a cute little shimmer to them. Adorable. All right. And that's it, you guys. That's it. I know it's been a jam-packed show. We're going to go back through all the things. Grab the necklace bust, turn you guys around, and we'll do a quick run through of everything. Just another reminder, a couple of reminders actually. Reminder that if you purchase 3 or more kits today through Sunday, you will get a free strand of beads with your order. Also, another reminder that I will be live 2 more times today. The first live will be at 4 p.m. Eastern over on artbeads.com. The second live will be right here. So come right back here to this spot at 7 p.m. Eastern for my design showcase, where I'll be showing off a lot of finished pieces that are for sale in my Etsy shop. And there will be a special coupon code for anybody who shops tonight during the showcase. Even if you don't shop, just come hang out because it's a lot of fun. It's very relaxed and casual. And we just chat and I show off finished pieces of jewelry that we've made together and ones that I've made on my own that I am trying to get rid of because they're just taking up space. All right, here's our... Look how pretty that is. Now, it didn't look nearly as good on the mat, but it's such a pretty festive. I love the pendant. I think it's so pretty. I'm obsessed with enamel these days. So any of the enamel pendants and charms that I have, I absolutely adore. So pretty. All right. Then we had lots of other things, right? So we had our little cozy bracelet here in this beautiful soft color palette for fall. Those gorgeous lamp work. Love it. All right, we had this one, a little sassy, a little metallic, so pretty. Then we had our Hallmark Princess bracelet, which is probably my favorite out of all of the ones today. This is definitely my style right here, for sure. And then if you wanted to make this one a set, there were some little earrings to go with it. I think this would make a nice gift for somebody. So pretty, especially with the pearls and the crystals. Can't go wrong there. And then last but not least, we had 2 pairs of Fabu earrings. So we had our little enamel pumpkins. Super cute. I love those so much. They're adorable. And then our little baby pumpkins, which are equally adorable. A little bit smaller than the enamel ones. Still super, super cute. So there you go. All right, friends. Wow, this was a very full Feel Good Friday show. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, there was also an earrings party that was in pumpkin spice color. That is in the Etsy shop as well. You can make up to 6 pairs of earrings with that. Let's see. Anything else I need to tell you? I don't think so. Just remember that you can catch me live 2 more times today, 4 p.m. Eastern over on Art Beads, 7 p.m. Eastern right here. So just come right back to my YouTube channel and I will be live at 7 p.m. I will be showing off some finished pieces of jewelry and chit-chatting, and we'll just have a good time, okay? It's a nice way to kind of finish out the month. And then I'll be back with you guys later. Not later. Well, I mean, I will be back later, but after that, I will see you guys on Tuesday for our regular live at 1 p.m. on Tuesday. That's Eastern time as well, where I will have the companion. Really, I'm just making up words now. The companion bundle that goes with the September bargain bead box. So I just received it day before yesterday. I haven't even opened it yet. Like it's right here. I have not opened it yet. So we're going to be looking at it and creating a little something with the companion bundle. So, all right, friends, that's it for me for now. I'm going to take a quick break, grab some lunch, reset, and then I'm going to do it all over again. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everybody who made purchases. Don't forget, free strand with 3 kits or more over the weekend. Okay. Love you.